I like you. I like you too. But here we go. I'm just not ready for like a long-term kind of a thing because you're still trying to find yourself and you have a lot of things that you want to work on and you don't want to get distracted from your career.
Dating is broken because we've turned each other into transactions instead of connections.
Has anyone else just completely lost hope with gay dating?
I offer the following heartfelt sentiment. You can all suck it!
I don't have to tell you that gay dating sucks. If you're a gay guy and you're single, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But instead of just my opinion, today I thought we'd look at what other gay guys think about the gay dating scene. And I've got quite a few examples for you today. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But let's start off with what typically happens when dating another gay man.
I like you. I like you too. But here we go. I'm just not ready for like a long-term kind of a thing because you're still trying to find yourself and you have a lot of things that you want to work on and you don't want to get distracted from your career. Yes, that's exactly. How'd you know that's what I was gonna say? Oh, I don't know, just a hunch. Wow, we're so like in tune with each other. I know, imagine if we were actually boyfriend, girlfriend, started dating. Yeah, I know, I think about that a lot, but it's just like, I'm not in that right headspace right now, and if I know I'm not there, I don't want to like waste your time, you know? It's basically what you've been doing this whole time. Yeah, I totally get it. But I really like you and I hope we can stay friends. Nah. What?
I actually am super guilty of this. I am like the king of saying that I'm too busy and that I have so many things I'm working on and blah, blah, blah. Well, I've been saying this and working on these things for, the last like 5 years. But at the same time, I am truly really busy and working on things, and I really don't have time to date anyone. So when I do tell guys this, I am being completely honest. And it's not that I don't want to date them. I physically don't have the time. I financially don't have the money. And so I don't know. It's almost like this toxic feeling that I have that like, if I can't give them what they're wanting, then I'm not even gonna try. And I can't give them what they're wanting right now. I don't have the time and I don't have the money. That's just where I'm at right now. But I have dealt with a lot of men that I have talked to, and then they give me this excuse. And then I notice that they're dating someone right after. And so I'm like, oh, so you weren't too busy for them. But let's see what some of the comments say. And then they're dating someone else a week later. LOL, the I don't want to waste your time part always kills me. Like, okay, so going on multiple dates wasn't a waste of my time? He is being honest and communicating instead of playing games, and that's a bad thing? It's more than I can say for all the assholes I've dated before. It has been 2 years since my last relationship. Everyone is in an open relationship or just looking for hookups. And this comment perfectly brings me to the next clip about gays just giving up.
Has anyone else just completely lost hope with gay dating and finding someone and have accepted that you'll probably be alone for the entirety of your life because somehow there's some deep incompatibility issues with every gay person because of this unforeseen, unachievable standard that's been set in our community? Hopefully that's not just me.
I've definitely lost hope. I haven't actually been on a date probably since mid-2024 when I broke up with my last boyfriend. And since then, I've just lost interest in meeting somebody. And a part of it's, like I said before, how I'm just not in a place right now where I feel like I can date. But I feel like I'm not alone in this. There are a lot of guys that I know personally that are not dating as well or are just feeling like they are wasting their time completely. Sadly, I feel that a lot of people, when they get interested in someone, they have FOMO, thinking that there's someone better to come and that ruins things, or they aren't over their ex. I've been single for 5 years. I have no desire anymore. I like my peace. It's usually either someone in an open relationship asking me if I can help them explore or a closeted man asking for the same. I genuinely give up. Everyone just wants a situationship now. And this fits perfectly with the next video, which is about gay dating being more transactional than anything.
Dating is broken because we've turned each other into transactions instead of connections. Somewhere along the way, dating stopped being about finding someone and has started to become finding someone right now. We've created this new culture where chemistry seems optional and yet convenience is everything. And listen, I'm not anti-hookup and I'm not anti-fun, but when all of our new relationships start to seem transactional, not emotional, we all start seeing each other as opportunities, not as partners. And while yes, open relationships, situationships, friends with benefits, like those all can work, I don't think that we should use them as loopholes to avoid discomfort. It's easier to say we're open than to say I'm scared of real intimacy. Hookup culture isn't the villain, but the way that we use it to cover up feeling anything real is wild. That's why dating can feel impossible in 2025, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I'm okay being the only one that wants to admit it.
Yeah, and I mean, dating apps really haven't helped this at all, because it's almost like when you hook up with someone, but then you want to take it to the next level, it's almost seen as like a bad thing to start dating the person you hooked up with, especially if it's like some fetish situation and the person you did this taboo thing with, you now want to start dating. And it's almost like you're afraid to date someone because when friends or family ask how you met, you almost have to lie because you don't want to be like, oh, I met up with them so I could worship his feet and now we're dating. You know what I mean? It's almost like a weird thing like that. And another problem with situationships is that I always end up falling for them. Like there's no way around it, especially if you have a really good connection, especially during sex. It's hard not to fall for that person. And if you continue to talk after the first time, it's going to get even worse. But let's see what some of the comments are saying. The problem isn't hookups, open, etc., because monogamy and abstinence can also be used to avoid. The problem is, to your point, the DoorDash behavior. And what conditions us to view what we want that way is the internet. People need to get off socials, TikTok, Instagram, Grindr, Tinder, etc., and go out and find and invest in community. Meet people in community. Get to know people in community. That's how our brain is wired to behave. It's all about instant affirmation instead of building towards something. I think meth and drug use have a lot to do with it. But we also have the other side of the spectrum where a lot of gays are actually going completely celibate in order to avoid the dating scene.
I don't know if you can relate to this, but I sometimes wish I could enjoy hookup culture because the alternative in the gay community is basically just celibacy. I'm definitely not going to disclose online how long I have been celibate for, but it's been a while. And sometimes in moments where I'm feeling particularly frustrated, I would love to just be able to like pick up my phone, get someone around and just have them rock my shit and then move on with my day the next day and act like nothing had happened. But I know from previous experience that if I did that, my mental health would really suffer. I'm just like not wired that way. I can't do it. So you just end up kind of waiting around and feeling really horny and sexually frustrated, but also not interested in the sort of easy option. And God knows how difficult it is to date in the gay community and find a long-term partner. And also, let me be very clear, I'm not criticizing people who do enjoy hookup culture. I'm just saying, for those of us who can't do it, or who are demi, I'm a demisexual, being gay can be a pretty difficult experience. Let me know if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, hookup culture really doesn't fulfill me that much either, but at the same time, I'm a really horny boy, so I'm only 19 and already over it. Being off the apps for the past 1.5 years was the best decision for my mental health. Not a gay man, but ace. I also agree with the frustrations of hookup culture and relationships in general. So much feels overly sexualized, and I just don't know how many people IRL that feel the same way, which isn't helping either. I'm not gay, but I relate. You know it will be horrible for your mental health afterwards, and you'll feel at an all-time low, drained, empty, and depressed. Celibacy is just easier. As a gay man, I've been celibate for over 5 years now. It's my own choice. Boy, are you not alone in this. I tried so hard to get into the swing of hookups when I was younger and thought that's just what gay people were supposed to do. But I just hated it and felt such relief when I gave myself permission to stop trying to be someone I wasn't. But yeah, the price was some very long, dry spells.
Gay dating is liking someone who doesn't like you back because they like somebody who doesn't like them back because they like somebody who lives on the other side of the country. And then that person probably likes the person at the beginning of the chain. And it's just like this full vicious cycle. Because I'm like, what do you mean the guy that this beautiful fucking man that, oh my God, just gets my attention every time I hop on there. It's like, ooh, just directly like a fucking magnet. Lives on the other side of the country. Of course you do, buddy. Of course. Because that's how it goes, right? I mean, it's kind of it's vicious, but it's kind of funny. I don't know. I'm okay. Like, I'm chill with being single, you know, but I do think about shit like that sometimes. I'm like, man, I'm going to like the perfect guy. I'm just going to be scrolling through one day, or, you know, and he's going to be like, I live in Georgia. I live in Paris, France. I don't know, whatever, bitch. I just, not here. Not here.
I've been falling for people online and not in my city since I was a teenager on Yahoo chat rooms and MSN chat rooms, and then eventually MySpace. And I've had so many internet crushes, it's insane. It also sucks because you'll probably never meet them. And if you do, long distance is not easy. Or they are happily married / partnered, but are open. I've always felt like I was looking into the wrong area. Also, Grindr ruined everything. People have become so shallow. A whole domino effect for no reason. They're always in like Chicago, Boston, and Memphis. At the same time, I do think it's easier to get over someone that lives far away than someone that you've been talking to for months and lives in your city only to be ghosted. Kind of like this next video talks about.
The funniest part about dating in the gay community is that you could be fully talking to somebody for weeks. FaceTime calls, good morning texts, good night texts, texts throughout the day, what's going on. And then one day, all of a sudden, poof. Huh? Gone with the wind. Fabulous. Like strangers, again. Just silent ghost followers on Instagram now. No communication. Nothing. Just gone black. Right.
I'm guilty of this exact thing. I'm guilty of ghosting people after I'm no longer interested. And I know it hurts them, and it still really hurts when it's done to me. I think that that's something that as a gay community, we need to collectively get better on. And I don't even know if it's just the gay community that's like this. I think people have found it easier to just ghost someone instead of telling them the truth, because they're afraid the truth is going to hurt them. But at the end of the day, I get more hurt when I don't know the reason than if you just tell me the reason. Then I can just be like, okay, I know, and move on. Whereas if I'm just ghosted, I'm just going to be constantly thinking about it for the next few months and wondering, like, what did I do wrong? What can I fix that will help the next relationship? It's like a 2-week trial period, haha. Next thing you know, they're in a relationship days after ghosting. Then months later, the relationship fails and they're back in your inbox. I had to ask my ex to delete Grindr after we've been dating for 6 months. It's actually insane. You just FaceTime me for 4 hours the day before. What do you mean? It's dangerous though, because when you finally meet someone healthy, you've had so many toxic interactions, it's hard to be normal again. It's contagious and toxic. And this comment fits perfectly with the next video, which is talking about getting bored with someone that isn't toxic.
Gay men be like, ugh, I'm so single, where are all the good men at? But then block someone because they asked to go on a picnic date instead of taking them to Nobu. Okay, no, because let's be for real. Y'all want a 6'2" boyfriend who goes to the gym every single day, makes 6 figures, has perfect skin, and doesn't drink, but somehow is the main character at every single party he's at. Where are all the emotionally available, financially stable, loyal tops that look like Greek gods with no red flags? They're fictional, bestie. You're just describing a Pixar dad and Jesus at the same time. Meanwhile, the guy who actually wants you has a receding hairline and a hobby of building Legos, but you said ew. The truth is we can't all have a Henry Cavill with a minor in astrology. Sometimes your soulmate is someone who just got back from Magic the Gathering and lives with 3 roommates. Love isn't always hot. Sometimes love is 5'8", works in IT and texts back immediately, but you ghosted him because his chest wasn't big enough. That's on you, mama.
So I'm actually fine with some of my friends questioning, like, why are you talking to this guy? But I do feel like we're all guilty at one point in time of trying to go after the Jacob Elordi guy instead of the more consistent, reliable type that may not be a Greek god. I'll do you one better. A lot of guys in our community are chronically single because they drastically overestimate their own worth and what they bring to the table. Bunch of 5s looking for a 10, thinking they are a 10 as well. Telling my boyfriend how lucky he is that I'm 5'8", work in IT, and text back immediately. Period. Finding a partner should be about connection and qualities of a person, not superficial things. You shouldn't be looking for a partner to be a status symbol or validate yourself. I'm literally asking for the bare minimum over here. To be honest, I would rather be alone than not have what I want, LMAO. Well, I hope you find happiness in loneliness if you don't get what you want, and I hope you don't regret it in old age. As someone who has all of these, you forgot not black. The trauma of healing from I want someone like you, but white. I honestly didn't even know that being white was like some ideal that gays are looking for, and that may be ignorant of me. According to this comment and the next video, it is.
Let's be honest. A lot of times dating feels catered to fit, white, good-looking, wealthy men. Men that are straight presenting. Those are the types of men that receive a lot of status in the gay community. And so when desirability is focused around this, people who do not fit that exact mold feel left out.
And I literally just made a video the other day about me wanting to be more mask, and I'll link that below, which I guess is me wanting to look like this ideal because I'm already white. But at the same time, I could care less what my dude looks like or what color he is or even what size. It's just more of a personal thing for me and what I want to look like. Are they truly good looking, or are we predisposed to just believe white equals good looking? It's not that they are actually good looking, it's their whiteness that for some reason gives them an edge for no reason. You know, privilege. Yes, it's insane. I say I'm very fit and somewhat good looking, and a white man who looks worse than me or can even be considered chubby could pull way more than I could. Yes, welcome to the West. It's the same beauty standard for everyone. Fit/skinny, gorgeous, and rich. This has never changed.
Alright, so I've been dating guys on and off for the last 10 years, and this is everything I've learned I'm going to share with you guys to save you the heartache. Number 1, stop dating DL men. I was in a relationship with a guy that was DL for 3 years. He was giving me a lot of false hope and expectation. And if you're trying to force somebody to come out of the closet and they're not ready to, they're probably going to be in the closet forever. It's not going to happen. Number 2, feeling constantly unsettled around someone isn't a sign to try harder, okay? That feeling is your body telling you something is off. Listen to it. Number 3, if the guy you're seeing is keeping things vague, it's usually on purpose. They want the connection without the accountability. If you're feeling confused, well, that's the point. Number 4, you can't force something real by over-giving. Trying to be over-accommodating, or if you're too available, it usually ends with you resenting yourself, okay? Men love to work for what they want. If you're too clingy or needy, they run the other way. It's just how it is. Number 5, having sex doesn't mean there's actual connection. It might feel close in the moment, but if there's no emotional safety, it's just a distraction. Anyway, take what you need. I'll probably make a part 2.
I feel like this one perfectly summed up everything that we've talked about today. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree with these videos? Have you had a hard time in the gay dating scene as well? So leave a comment below and I might just feature your comment in a future video. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one.